Hey guys, hope you're doing good. I'm Hisham and I'm back to doing YouTube videos just like I used to. So this is gonna be a quick video on how to do parallelization inside of n8n. So parallel, I don't know how to pronounce it. So it's like parallel runs. In French, it's parallel runs in n8n with a new update that they dropped, I think, last month or in the last 2 months. Of basically, I wasn't updating my n8n for quite a while, and I saw Nate Herc do this exactly, and I'll like basically explain like how it applies in real life usage, especially in lead gen. So this is super important when it comes to doing lead gen work, and basically I'm looking to deploy this for clients. So it basically changed my whole game when it comes to do that. So let's get straight into it. So just a quick concept explanation. So what is a parallel run? Basically, n8n or basically n8n, Make.com, and Zapier are in the logic of if you have a black box, like basically you have a black box just like this. Imagine your system will go like through a black box, and imagine this as a black box. So basically the inputs is like one to one. So you have an input, like you have an input, and you have an output. And this generally takes, for example, if you have a lead enrichment process or workflow, this generally takes between, let's say, 17 seconds. This is an average of mine. I'm giving you stats of mine. So, for example, you are limited of spending 17 seconds waiting to get an output. What does this mean? So, for example, if you have 1,000 leads, for example, if you have 1,000 leads to enrich and you have 17 seconds, 17 seconds per lead, this equals to a total of, let's do the math, it's like 17,000 over uh, seconds to minutes. It's like 283 minutes. Like 0.33. Now this is like the use case, like the old way in n8n, like old n8n. Right now it's like more so quite classy. So imagine this. Let's just like copy this. Like copy this just here. Delete this, delete this, delete this. So imagine this and copy. Basically, we will do this. Just explain it quite well. So let's do it 3 times. This is better. And select all of this. Yeah, just imagine this doing it 3 times and spending only 17 minutes. So just like doing it rather than spending only 17 seconds to have one output, now we are basically spending 17 seconds for 3 outputs. So does this mean it's like being 3 times as efficient? So 3 times faster. So 3 times faster than the usual thing. So for example, like one of the examples that Nate gave in his videos is like imagine like cooking one chicken using like one, like if you have 3 chickens and you have one oven, it would take you like 30 minutes per chicken because you have only one oven. If you have 3 chickens and 3 ovens, it will take you only 30 minutes because you're using everything at the same time at once. So that's the logic in the best way I can explain it, in like in the most simple ways. So right now, if we do this, we would have around. So let's just divided by 3, we have 94 minutes. 94.33 minutes right now. So imagine if you basically did, rather than 3 outputs, you have done basically 15 outputs. You would have 18 minutes. So depending on like the process that you're looking to do, or you're looking to do a parallel run thing, it like it gives you like different results. So it's like increasing just from 1 to 3, like from one output after 17 seconds to 3 outputs gives you 64 minutes. 250, like increasing it to 15 to like just make it's not diminishing returns. It's like the best thing. I mean, you have diminishing returns whenever you increase it further out because of API rate limits, runtimes, and sometimes, yeah, API rate limits. That's the thing. So let's get straight into it. I will give you an example. So this is one of my lead enrichment processes. I'm using here 85 to scrape LinkedIn's of any leads that I have. I summarize their LinkedIn profile using OpenAI, ChatGPT like 4.1, generating an icebreaker, cleaning the company name, and then updating the rows um, of the sheets. So what I did right now, it's like this is the update that they did. If you don't have the latest update, just follow a YouTube tutorial. You can find, just type in like if you have, I have it hosted, like I have n8n hosted in Hostinger. Just like type in like Hostinger n8n update or something of the sort, and it will get sorted out. So the thing that they did is just they introduced like whenever you have a process just like this, you just like right click, convert 5 nodes to a sub workflow. So this will become a sub workflow just like this one. So without me doing it, this is the actual sub workflow that is happening. So and you have basically more flexibility when it comes to creating sub workflows just like this. So it will become bricks that you can interconnect and interchange in one productized service. For example, if you have a lead gen service and you enrich for clients, for example, they need for perplexity enrichment, some specific enrichment, you just like bring the brick, do it here, and like let it run. So some few details to take note of. This video is just like to make you understand what is parallelization. I don't know how to pronounce it straight away, and just like how to use it in a real life use case and scenario. So if I were to do it right now with you, it's just like clicking convert to sub workflow, test video sub workflow. This is the sub workflow. Once you have done that, you just double click on it. You select, I think, run once with all items. You add an option. You deselect wait for sub workflow completion. If you don't deselect this or unselect, yeah, deselect, unselect this, it will basically run it one by one by one. So that's that. Just do this, and yeah, you keep it just like this. So once you have finished setting it up, you'll have something like this, and you can pass through like workflow inputs that come from this Google Sheet, for example, and then you can pass it through here, and then you do run once for each item, as I explained, and you deselect this, and you just select, you just like plug it in here, and like to explain it even more on how to do it like 15 times. If you have a sheet that brings you, for example, 1,000 leads at the same time, you divide that. Basically, I'm filtering out here the leads by the leads that are not scraped, and they that the ones that they do have an email. Sometimes when you scrape, you don't have emails, and that's not what we want. So we filter that out, and then we have a loop over items. It's called, just like added in here, split in batches. This is the thing. Loop over items or split in batches. This is the two names that I have. And this lets you break up the batch size into like 3, 4, 15, 30. And here I have 30. And so 30 instances will go through the loop. I will have 30 runs at the same time of this. So it will be like 30 runs. Sometimes it gives you errors just like this. Sometimes it's like, I don't care about it because just like, I mean, yeah, I don't care about it. So it will give you 30 runs at the same time. So as you can see, this is the one timestamp, and there is 30 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then you just like count the other ones from 40. Yeah, you just like count all these. It generally passes through 30. And then I have a wait module just for API rate handling. That's why I said there's diminishing returns when it comes to the APIs and doing this parallelization. So yeah, that's that. Basically, if you were to implement this, this is like a real use case of actually uh, making it work. I think I do have a run, an actual run. Yeah, well, basically I was running it um, before coming here. So as you can see, it grabs all the rows, it splits them, filters them out, splits them into batches of 30, and then it runs just like this. That's the workflow. So if yeah, this is a real use case. This is like some calculations in real time. This is like systems thinking. If you were to implement this out, you need to think of it just like this. What is your gain? And the main gain here is the time. Like you earn more time. And sometimes they say time is equal money. And this is a big return on investment. Technically speaking, if you were to implement this out, you would have a return on investment because why? If you were to put this out as a lead magnet, you would have speed to delivery. And as Alex Hormozzi says, increasing speed of giving value to people, it's it makes you more money. So that's that. Yeah, that was a such short topic today. Wasn't very. It was a bit technical. I didn't show any implementation. I showed a real life scenario on how I am using it personally for me and my clients, and for my cold email campaigns. And that's that. And yeah, if this sounds interesting, just subscribe. I will make more so not daily videos, but more videos just like this to keep on putting out some ideas out there for you to build systems better and have a more interesting ways to build your systems out. Thank you and deuces.